Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for joining me. My name is Amber Stewart, aka Jeannie Jaguar, and I'm a stress alchemist, body goals builder, and the owner of the Stew Project, where I help individuals maximize their living potential by simply taking an emphasis on wellness. Now, if you've been feeling like you are over 6 months into year 2025, but you are still just within arm's reach of your breakthroughs, or if you've been feeling like no matter how much you want to shift your life, get that promotion or job, build your dream business, or even just show up in your life consistently, your energy, motivation, or focus just won't cooperate. I'm gonna let you know now, you are not alone, because I'm a health coach and I even go through this, which is why today I want to explain why that happens to busy professionals, what we can do about it, and how I personally broke through a stuck survival mode energy after years of burnout. So buckle in, it's gonna be a little bit of a long one now. So, as I mentioned before, I worked as a personal trainer for over 12 years now, helping people hit their body goals, improve their health, manage joint pain, get strong, and stay consistent. But what I started noticing earlier on in my career, but especially as the pandemic began, was that more and more of my clients were coming to me with deeper needs. And I'm talking like emotional exhaustion, chronic stress and anxiety, hormonal imbalances that were heightened from years of stress or overworking, and even people who were feeling stuck in their bodies or lives that they don't even recognize themselves anymore. Now, becoming aware of this helped me understand that you can't exercise your life problems away. And you definitely can't hit your goals if your mind, nervous system, and your spirit are stuck in survival mode. And this is one of the reasons why I became a certified transformational nutrition mental wellness coach, which allows me to fuse my experience in fitness, nutrition, and life coaching into what I now call stress alchemy. So now let's get on to a more pressing topic, like why some busy professionals can't shift their reality even when they want to. Okay, so like, why is shifting so hard? I mean, especially for busy professionals. I mean, we're smart, we're talented, we're successful. I mean, why can't we have it all? And why is it that some of us struggle to have it all while others seemingly have it thrown at their feet? Here's the truth no one wants to admit, but I'll be the first one to say this because I go through this too. Survival mode feels safe. The longing, the hustle, the striving. We have trained our brains and bodies to crave these things. Not the feeling of obtaining, but the feeling of wanting and longing for it and almost being there. Even when it's not ideal, your brain and nervous system prefer the familiar chaos over the unknown peace. And when you're in that state, the traditional advice doesn't just fall flat, it can actually make things worse. I mean, you're told to push harder in the gym, follow a restrictive diet, hustle your way to success. But that only adds more stress to a system that's already maxed out. I mean, in your career, it might look like taking on more responsibilities to prove your worth, staying late to get recognition, saying yes to everything. In your relationships, it can look like people pleasing to avoid conflict, overgiving hoping someone will value you, staying in relationships out of guilt or fear. In your life and mindset, this can look like binging self-help content but never feeling changed. Waiting for the right time to prioritize yourself. Or how about forcing positivity when what you need is space to process? Now, these are, surprisingly enough, survival patterns disguised as effort. And no matter how motivated you are, they will keep you stuck. And if you're operating as the go-to guy or girl for years, or if you've been people pleasing, grinding, masking pain with performance, or saying, I'll rest after this deadline, then your body has likely trained itself to only feel productive when you're overwhelmed. And so that's why when you finally have time to create or build the life of your dreams, you feel tired, your mind races, you can't focus. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not laziness. That's your nervous system trying to protect you from future failure, change, or from deeper emotions you've never had space to process yet, space or time. And until we learn to break them, we'll keep repeating them, no matter how badly we want to change. And that's why so many smart, capable people stay stuck spinning in cycles of burnout, guilt, and false starts. All right, so here's something I had to learn the hard way. You don't break out of survival mode by trying harder. You break out by shifting your inner state, your beliefs, your energy, your habits, and giving yourself a new blueprint for how to live, lead, and heal. Because, honesty hour, too many of us have been trying to suffer our way to success. Even in workouts, we call ourselves no pain, no gain. Or we force ourselves through punishing workouts, restrictive diets, or toxic job environments, hoping we'll eventually earn the results of the life we want. We spend money on every tool, life hack, or transformation program, only to find ourselves stuck in the same place because we either never get started or we can't stay consistent. And unfortunately, too many of us beat ourselves up thinking that we are lazy when in reality, we're just exhausted, disconnected, and misaligned. That's why I created my 4-step Stress Alchemy Framework to help busy professionals and burnt out high achievers improve their health and life at the same darn time, without overwhelm, without confusion, and while enjoying the process. Now, it's not about forcing your way forward. It's about realigning with the version of you who is already ready to rise, and giving yourself the tools, mindset, and the support to finally move with ease. Now, let's briefly break down each step to my 4-step Stress Alchemy Framework so you can get unstuck too. Now, the first step to my framework is get your mind right. And this is where we clear the mental clutter using my 4 F's to freedom exercise. The first F is for focus. This is where you write down what's really going on. Not to complain, but to name the problem so you can stop carrying it inside silently. The second F is for forecast or future cast. And this is where you imagine your life with 0 limitations. What would it actually look like to live the life you desire? Next, we have fine tune. And this is where you become mindful of the way you limit your possibilities by saying, but. Because it's important to recognize the doubts and excuses and to separate facts from fear in order to prevent self-sabotage. Finally, the 4th F is for follow through. With this one, you are to choose 1 or more aligned actions and schedule them. We're not just dreaming here, we're rebuilding your life one habit at a time. The next pillar in my 4-step Stress Alchemy Framework is drop the baggage. And this is where we get honest about the emotional weight, toxic patterns, and outdated roles you've been playing. This phase is all about creating space because healing isn't just about adding good habits. It's about letting go of what's draining or no longer serving you. The next phase is all about setting your FABS foundation. I always like this phase because this is where transformation begins to stick. Since this is where we rebuild the mental, emotional, and spiritual foundation that keeps you grounded even when life gets messy. This is also where we stop relying on sheer willpower and finally build a system that supports the version of you are becoming. In my course and coaching program, I help clients rebuild this foundation by addressing the 5 key pillars that most people overlook when they're trying to change their lives. And that includes faith, affirmations, boundary, self-talk, and a shift forward strategy, a process that I call the FABS Foundation. So instead of forcing yourself into another plan or mindset that doesn't feel authentic, you'll uncover the patterns, beliefs, and mindset habits that have been holding you back and create a support system that works for you. So whether it's reconnecting to your core values, building unshakable self-worth, setting boundaries without guilt, rewriting the self-talk that's been keeping you small, or creating sustainable systems that keep your transformation easier to maintain, my Stress Alchemy program is designed to help you change your life on your own terms without overwhelm, shame, or confusion. Because let's be real, falling back into old habits can be easy when you've been stuck in survival mode, your belief is disconnected from your goals, you're constantly pouring into others without protecting your own time or energy, and the health struggles, relationship friction, low self-esteem, and fatigue, they're often symptoms of living misalignment with your true values, vision, and voice. So in this phase, we rebuild your foundation mentally, emotionally, and energetically so that it actually holds you up when life gets chaotic again. And here's how. Well, first, there is faith, because to stick with any health or lifestyle shift, you actually have to believe in it. But more importantly, you need to anchor it in something bigger than a plan. And that's why the Stress Alchemy approach starts with your personal belief, not mine. So I prompt my clients to ask themselves, what do I believe about health, self-worth, and my body? What does my faith or spiritual system say about how I should care for myself? Do my current habits reflect that or contradict that? So when you anchor your habits in your values and spiritual identity, they become a reflection of who you are, not just something you're trying to do. Next up, we have affirmations. Because before you go chasing a new goal, you gotta remind yourself of who you already are. So this is where you start by listing everything your creator, your faith, or your intuition, whatever you want to call it, says about you, your strength, your potential. If limiting beliefs have you thinking your dreams aren't possible, you aren't worthy, then use affirmations to help you break up those subconscious blocks. Your words have power. So if you keep repeating phrases that contradict your goals, your energy will follow, and affirmations will help you realize. Third, we have something most people tend to forget, which are boundaries. Things come up in life. Life throws you curveballs. That's a given. But without boundaries, everything else gets prioritized before your growth. And this is why it's crucial to set realistic backup plans and simple boundary systems that protect your progress even when things don't go as planned. Now, after boundaries, the next thing we must prioritize is our self-talk, or that inner voice. And this is the part most people skip, and it's why they never see lasting results. Your inner voice can either reinforce your power or paralyze your progress. When thoughts like, I'll start tomorrow, this is too hard, or other things like that start to creep in, recognize them as survival programming, not truth. Then, use your affirmations and faith to shift the narrative and get grounded again. Easy peasy. Finally, we have your shift forward strategy. And this is where the mental and emotional work turns into sustainable change. Because seriously, what systems are you putting in place to make your transition from your current life to your ideal life feel doable, not draining? I'll wait. So whether that means reworking your schedule, creating better workflows, or automating decisions that used to drain you, My Stress Alchemy Framework can help you implement changes that actually support your new reality. Now, this FABS foundation doesn't just support your wellness goals, it supports your entire identity shift, because to truly transform, you can't just change your habits. You have to become the version of you who thinks, speaks, and acts from a new reality. So in this phase, we rebuild your foundation mentally, emotionally, and energetically so that it actually holds you up when life gets chaotic again. The final phase in my 4-step Stress Alchemy Framework is keep the wheels rolling. And this is about long-term alignment, because you don't need another plan or more quick fixes. You need a lifestyle that supports your evolution as you shift into your bigger purpose. So keep the wheels rolling is all about focusing on repeating the new systems that you have set in place to shift forward, but also knowing when to adjust, pivot, or refine your plan in the face of setbacks, challenges, all that good stuff. Because when you're stuck in survival mode, the last thing you need is another strict plan that drains your energy or overwhelms you before you even begin again. That's why this framework exists, to help you rebuild your health and your life in a way that feels supportive, aligned, and actually doable. Because the truth is, the version of you who feels calm, clear, and in control, they're not that far away. They just need the right system, the right support, and the right strategy, one rooted in focus, alignment, and structure, not burnout and survival mode. And if you're ready to take the next step and bring this framework to life with structure, accountability, and real transformation, let me tell you how you can do it to get there. Okay, so if this message has been hitting home for you, if you're tired of the stuckness, the stress cycles, and the self-sabotage, then here are 3 powerful ways we can work together. First, if you're the type who prefers to move at your own pace and dive into the work on your own terms, my Stress Alchemy course is available now as a standalone self-paced program. And if you want more personal support, you also have the option to add one-on-one coaching sessions for customized guidance and accountability. Second, if you thrive in community and want a space where you can be supported and seen by others on the same path, then you'll love my group coaching programs. It's designed for professionals who are committed to their personal growth without slowing down in their careers, are looking for support as they work on their physical, mental, and emotional health. They are also ready to stay consistent, accountable, and inspired in a safe and energizing space. Now, this group coaching experience officially reopens September 1st, Labor Day, and you can learn more about this now by visiting thestewproject.com/Stress Alchemy course. And lastly, if you're brand new to all this and just want a simple way to get started, I also have a mini Stress Alchemy course that introduces you to the core components of the full program. It's perfect for those who struggle with getting started or staying consistent and want to see results in just 7 days. It's also a great way to preview the process before you commit to the full program. Now, bonuses and special pricing are now available for a limited time, including early bird discounts and free resources to help you get started. So check the description box below for all the details and links. Now, before I go, let's pull the card from the Mind Info Oracle deck to see what the next steps are and what message this moment might be holding for you. Let's dive in. Came out before. I'm just saying a lot now, so So, first card that came out, oh, you can't really see it, whatever. At least you know they came out, so I know I'm not going crazy. But, first card that came out is choice. Whatever, can you? Whatever. It says you're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It's time to decide which path you're going to take. Listen to your intuition. Eliminate everyone else's input and feel your way into the choice that is right for you. The time is now. Maybe you're like going through anxiety or like an indecision. It's like, okay, so do I shift forward into this life that I want, or do I stay comfortable? Because it's like, even though I'm really uncomfortable right now, I'm not in my ideal place. I mean, like, if I had my dream life, I would love it. Okay, who wouldn't? But, you know, what I have now isn't that bad. You know, considering where I came from, like, I should be happy with what I have now. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the things that self-talk, that's a trap keeping you stuck in mediocrity. Because then next thing you know, you're gonna find somebody who is less talented, less capable than you achieving your goal. Okay, up on the news with one of your favorite celebrities, and you're like, God dirt, I wanted to meet that person. I didn't know that person was interested. What did I do? Dang it. See, you're gonna save yourself a struggle. You're gonna meet your ideal celebrity, stepping into your purpose. So choose wisely. Okay, choose wisely. All right, so the next card is presence. You're being asked to spend more time in the present moment. Stop ruminating about the past or longing for the future. I feel like I said this before. Your life is happening right now, and when you're not present for it, you miss all of its beauty. And why am I thinking about individuals who maybe get on social media for too long? They binge TV shows for too long. They drink, go to bars for too long. They just do all these coping mechanisms to avoid feeling whatever it is they need to feel, avoid doing whatever it is they need to do. Okay, just gonna throw that. So focus on the here and now. Okay, right here, right now. What are you doing? What can bring you happiness right here, right now? Not what can take me away from what I'm currently feeling right now. That's like, don't avoid what you're feeling. So, okay, yes, I feel bad, I'm stuck, I feel this way, or whatever it is you're going through. I'm in pain, I'm angry, I feel ashamed, betrayed. It's okay to feel these feelings and accept, yes, I feel this now because XYZ. But at some point you got to get up, you got to move, because your future self is not going to keep dwelling on this current situation. It's going to start making other memories to help you forget about the pain. Hope that helps. The last card we have is fresh starts. I don't know, I'm horrible with this. And it says you're being given the opportunity to begin again and allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been giving. So maybe, I mean, every day is a fresh start if you choose to allow it to be, honestly. And the fact that it's close to present moment, especially choice, like you literally have a choice to choose now in this moment if you're going to start new. You can start now today. How is my life going to change? And it literally always starts with just a mindset shift. Literally, that's always what it always starts with. Lastly, we have protect at the bottom of the deck. And it says you're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. That is one of the reasons why I have my FABS foundation. B is for boundaries, okay? It's already built into my Stress Alchemy system. And okay, I'm not going to tell more, but it does work for everything. Relationships, like you can shift forward. You can learn to set boundaries in your relationship, boundaries in your exercise, in your nutrition. Like, it, multifaceted framework. You have a choice to choose what you want to focus on right now in this moment. What habits, because I know you can even just go through all of my YouTube videos, and because I know even just the ones from this year, I have been giving you prompts, I have been giving you guidance, and you choose now. Have you been writing notes? Have you been doing the work? Okay, because I'm doing the work. You doing the work? You're not gonna get here at the end of 2025 and you looking the same way you looking at the end of 2024. Okay, that's a no-no. Okay, and we're going to look and feel how successful we are on the outside. Okay, the inner's gonna match the outer. Okay, we got this. All right, I'm done. All right, now I hope this helps. And before I go, I just want to remind you that your next chapter doesn't require perfection. It just requires a shift. And I'm here to walk you through it if you need it. So I'll talk to you later. Take care, y'all.